All right. I'm tired. I just wanna. I just want to lay under my duvet or blanket or whatever you guys call it and sleep. But I can't do that till about 11 p.m. So I know I'm getting my 6, 7, about 8 hours of sleep. I think that's pretty good. On the weekends, I'll be sleeping till sometimes till 12 p.m. But I go in and out of sleep during the morning though, and it messes me up on Sunday night. But I still sleep anyways. It has to be a little bit more tired. Uh, but yeah, right now we have. Funny enough, I learned about the Russell RTY. Apparently, it's 2,000 stocks. Good evening to you, Mr. Jeff. How is your evening going? Hope everything is well. I'm assuming you did your workout. That's. I hope you did your workout. And I hope so. So anyhow, found out about the Russell futures. I think you can see right here it writes 2,000 on the ES it writes 500, NQ is 100, and Dow is 30. So I think maybe the Russell is actually the original that the ES is derived from. But for some reason, a lot more people trade the ES than the Russell. If it means what it means, but it's index future. I don't know. I don't know what the Russell consists of though. Maybe I don't know if it's the stock market companies. You know what? Instead of talking shit, what companies are in the Russell 2000?
Oh,
Yeah. So Russell is the original. Oh, you're meditating? Nice, 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 nice. It's always good to meditate. Do some yoga. Yoga is always good. I actually just took an. I was working on charts till. Now I'm not replying you. I don't know if you're listening, but I'm working on charts till about 8 p.m. and then I went upstairs to my brother's place and I just sat on the beanbag there for a good hour.
oh,
Take some time away at this point. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, my good sir. I hope your meditation goes well. I do hope your meditation goes well. It's always good to meditate. Always, not necessarily meditate. It's always good to
oh.
just take some time. Oh yeah, you got funded account. Like you passed the challenge, is what you're saying? You passed the challenge, or you just started the challenge. Which one is it?
Oh,
Let's go. Well done, my good sir. Well done. And this was is this a future challenge? Is it the top? What's it? Is it like that top traders something like that? Which one are you? Which one did you do? Which one did you do, and how long did it take you to pass the challenge? Curiosity killed the cat, but I'm curious.
Huh.
Just want to prepare mentally for a game. Yes, sir. It's not going to be different, much different from what you did while you were passing the challenge. So you'll be fine. Well, which challenge did you do? Which
Huh.
Yes, sir. None of that revenge trading or over trading. I agree with you. Like literally, bro. That's why the challenges are there. You just have to trade the same way you traded in the challenge. I'm assuming it was in the challenge you did that 3-to-1 ratio, whatever, whatever. So you just have to trade the same way, man. That's all. Just the exact same way you pass the challenge. That's all you gotta do on the live. Like you don't even need to stress about it. You don't even need to think. You don't even need to think. Oh no, over trading. No revenge trading. Well, I'm assuming you didn't do any of that during the challenge phase. So that's all you gotta do. And hey, if you're thinking about revenge trading, just come on the chat, come on the stream, be like, yo, Mickey. See, I took this trade and I lost a couple of trades. I'm thinking of going in more. Like if you come on the chat on the
Huh.
stream, yeah, if you come on the chat on the stream whenever you feel a little stressed out and just say, like, just type out what you feel stressed out about. Just typing it out will even help you. I don't even need to say anything, but when you type it out and just put it out there, it'll help you come in a better space.
Huh.
I don't even need to reply anything. You just feel better by typing it out and knowing that somebody read what you said. You know? So I'm always here for you, bro. I got you. I'm most likely not gonna miss any trading days, so I'll always be here. So when you just feel stressed, just come and type it out. And if you want me to reply, then be like, what do I think? If you type out something and you don't want to hear my reply, then just be like, I shouldn't reply it or something like that, and it's fine. I won't reply. You just sometimes it just feels good to vent out some things. You don't necessarily want someone's opinion, but you just want to vent out. But you don't necessarily want to vent out to space. You kind of want to vent out to somebody to listen to, but you don't want to hear what they have to say about it. It's the craziest thing, but it's understandable. So the chat is all here for you, bro. Just type it out and be like, "This is what's happening," and when you read it, you'll be fine. You will likely be fine. So hopefully, this is a safe space for you. Hopefully. But yeah.
Huh.
Um if
Huh.
well the thing is, bro, I'd say don't stream, but sometimes you may want to experience things for yourself. I would say don't stream because I wouldn't stream if I wasn't like I don't even want to stream. I'm only here because I know I'm going to be a great trader. And I know once I'm there, I'm not going to stream anymore. So I prefer to just do it now that I'm kind of struggling to get there. Or now that I'm kind of in. I also understand that seeing someone in the process versus seeing someone who has already made it is two different perspectives. That's the only I'm not streaming because I want to. Because if you start streaming, it affects you mentally. Like you you feel like you're, and if you get somebody that's watching you, and you, even though someone's not watching you, the fact that you're even streaming, you know that people are gonna see this, and then you live trade. I'm telling you, man, it affects you. You would feel a different way mentally. You may take trades that you normally would not take just because you're streaming. You may you may end up over trading just to enter, because streaming you may want to entertain like your audience kind of thing, entertain your viewers. It's a whole different thing. I'd say you just focus on your child on your funnel account, and just focus on your funnel account. Even your guy Rex that you showed me today, if you, I don't know if you watched the stream a little bit. I went to watch the stream after I was done streaming, the one he did today, and even at the end of his stream today, he said a bunch, like he said exactly what it is. When you stream, it's different. You end up doing things to entertain your viewers, and that is against your strategy, or that is overused just because you want to make the stream entertaining. So it's different. I'd say just, man, just Jeff, just focus on your funnel account, and just get somewhere in life first, or get somewhere with the account first. Maybe when you have hundreds of thousands in your possession, then you can afford. First of all, you'll be way more confident and way more experienced, so you cannot afford to stream if your goal is to stream, and build a streaming service. If that's your goal, my goal is not to build a streaming service. My goal is to leave the lessons. That's all I'm doing here. I'm not trying to build any followers. I'm not trying to build a community. My goal, literally from day one streaming, is to leave the lessons. That's leave the track record, leave the skills out here for whoever finds it. It's not. I'm not gonna stream once I'm done. I'm done. Once I'm done, I'm done. I'm not gonna stream. So if your goal is to do the same as mine, then sure. But streaming is not going to be. It's not what you think, man. It's not that much fun. I'm telling you, it's not that much fun. Especially as a trader, it's distracting. It's distracting. And as a trader, what do you really gain from streaming? If you make money as a trader, why are you streaming? You're not streaming for making to make money from streaming. You're probably just doing it for the viewers, as an entertainment to an extent too, as teaching. So, but some people, they just come on to stream to sell their courses. That's all they use the stream for. Well, kudos to them. To hold themselves accountable. Right? Yeah, to hold yourself accountable, you should be able to hold yourself accountable yourself. Like, and again, like I said, you can use this chat as this chat room as, what's it called? As accountability check, or a stress relief, or even my Discord. You have my Discord, so if you feel like, you can text me. You can send me messages on what your day was, how your trades went, how you wanna improve your trades. Again, I don't need to have an opinion if you don't want me to have an opinion. Or if you don't want to hear my opinion, that's fine. Doesn't matter. But you can use me as your accountability checker if you want. But if you want to stream, go for it, man. But it's going to affect you slightly, most likely. Just beware of that. Go into streaming aware that you may be affected. So when you see yourself kind of taking trades, just most likely just because you're on streaming, or taking trades that you necessarily not take, like, be aware of that so you can prevent it from getting worse before it gets worse. All right, so we got the Russell 2000, but we're not going to be using that, so let's just remove that from here. We got the Dow 30, because you can see the volume is also 5,000. Look at the volume on the ES and NQ, 45K, 19K, and then crude oil and gold 11 and 15K. Oh shit, volume came in. Very interesting. Let me see what it looks like. Oh, volume came in here. What about this one? Interesting. Oh, okay. I guess volume just accumulated. It didn't necessarily come in. All right. So yeah. So we're going. I think what I'm going to do. I think when I was watching that Rex's stream, he said something that made me do this. That made me. That made me look at all these different commodities. He said he normally trades a couple different things at once. That way, because it's watching one thing gets boring, and that's a fact. Like when he said that, I immediately was like, "Yup, that's true," because it does get boring, especially days where there are days like this in the Nasdaq, right? Imagine a day like this, and look at this. You just there, just watching the chart, and you can't do anything. You just just there, just watching, and you have to be there, just watching, right? So on days like this, then you can look at something else, right? And even just looking around, you can see at different times you get different opportunities with different commodities. That's cool. You're profitable the moment you
Huh.
got in futures. Your first month of trading. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. But then you ended up going into many different things. And then
Huh.
yeah, yeah, that happens. I wish futures was the first thing I got into too, but unfortunately it wasn't. I never really got introduced to futures up until I got deep into stocks. So by that time, I was already neck deep in stocks. I couldn't just get out anymore easily. So well, we're futures now, and it seems like I found home. So hopefully this is home. But yeah, so let's look at this. So starting from 7:30 here. Uh, so again, with NQ and ES, we're going to watch which one would go long or short. So if we're going long on one, the other one with the short one. If we're going short on one, the other one with the long one, right? Things like that. So coming in at 7:30, we're gonna come in at 7:55. That's when we start trading, right? 7:55. We see there's been no moves. There's been not much moves here. So we're not really looking for anything. Maybe we wait for price to come and interact down here. And now that we have four things to trade, we're not going to set pending orders anymore. We're just going to um, wait for price to interact and then get in our trades. Just
Huh.
like basically we're reverting back to our old strategy because now we are trading four different commodities. So that's good. Mostly because at that time I had no work and had
Huh.
enough capital to watch and had enough capital to watch chart for entire day. Fair enough. I scalped the crap out of it, yes. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, looking at 7:55, we're not trying to take any short here. Probably want to take a short up here. So looking at you would say you want to go long on the ES, on the NQ and short on the ES. That's one. So that's done. Coming by 7:55, there's still no trades on this one either. Actually, on this one, 7:55. Oh yeah, there's still no trades
Huh.
on this one either. But once I got greedy and saw YouTube recommendation to learn other strategy for 2K per day, yes sir. That's when I fell in the rabbit. Bro, the first YouTuber I watched was Warrior Trading. Just imagine what that does to you. $100,000 a day. That's what I want that today. Today, if it's not today, I don't want it. 5K a day, give me that. Give me that. Penny stock market, all of them were making money. All of them. They were all making money, like a lot of money. They're still making money. So it really got me, that's for sure. But oh well. I'm just thankful that I immediately resonated with price action
Huh.
trading, and I've been always that's always been at my core. They said fake traders. I don't know. I won't call them fake though. I won't call them fake. I won't call anyone on freaking on YouTube. I won't call anyone that trades fake because I really don't know. Like, how do you tell? Really, how do you tell? I just, if they have something that is there for me to use, I take it. If it's not there, I move on. Like,
uh,
I don't know how to tell. That puts that expectation that you got to follow and make 20K or you fail. Yeah, I guess it kind of puts it at the back of your head, kind of, yeah. Yeah, so we're looking to long on the, at this point, we're looking to long on the NQ and short on the ES. But then price goes up here, right? Price goes up here, breaks this high, but on the ES, it doesn't break the high. So that is, now we're looking to long on the, sorry, on the NQ doesn't break the high. Now we're looking to long on the ES and short on the NQ is what we're looking to do now. So price comes back, pulls back. So I want to see how price interacts here because this was not really that much of a move, but it seems that price is bullish. We're not trying, we just wait. So it does now two moves. Form some kind of consolidation here. Form some kind of consolidation here. And volume came in here. So when volume came in, this was volume. So when price came down to interact around this area here, it's not a bad entry at this black candle there, risking 10. Right, so 10 will be below because now we're trying to long the ES. And we almost get 20, but we don't quite get 20. And price comes back and breaks even. And then volume comes in again and we get a retest. In the end, watching them will not help new traders learn how to trade. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It depends on the person. Some people might find themselves in those traders, you know. Fake or real, it doesn't matter. They trade to entertain and clickbait videos with brick. Well, I mean, if they're still making money while trading, like if that's the money they made, it's not clickbait, right? That's just the money they made. They just put it there. Yes, it's, you can call it clickbait, but if there's truth in it, then it's fine, right? Because that's really what they made. They didn't. It's you who is greedy, and you're looking for. Why did you click the video? You greedy bastard! Why did you click the video? You want to make 20K. They don't have to care about you. They put it there. You got baited. That's it, right? They put their video out there and you got baited. You clicked it. They didn't press the button for you. So in the end, anybody who fails at something by watching another person to a very large extent, it is, especially with this YouTube thing, to a very large extent, it is the fault of the person themselves. So people need to learn to take responsibility themselves a lot more. All right, so I got this here. Price came back down. You probably broke even if you got in on this long. Maybe you took profit up here if you were smart. Who knows? But price didn't really come down here though. This is still a fine entry. It's fine. Price was, it wasn't breaking highs on the. So honestly, when you got in here, you could have easily hedged on this one though. Could have hedged on this because price was really rejecting. And if price broke here, then you would have made 1 hour on your trade, and then you'd have gotten 50 and close break even. But hey, because the reason why I say you could have edged, you can see lower highs, lower high here, while price made a higher high here. That's why we're going in long on the ES, and we're looking to go in short on the NQ here. So maybe you'd have taken even this trade there, looking to make 50. And again, break even on this because price should not be coming down there. And then when price forms this, and at this point, the gold has gone all the way down here. So now you're looking to get in short here. So you wait for how price interacts. This is a nice candle here. You probably take this short at this candle here. And that'll probably be your only trade on gold for that day. And for gold, we're risking 5. For crude oil, we're risking 0.5. So 5 looking for 10. Probably be your only trade that day. So you will not have gotten the 10, but at least you'll be fine, I guess, kind of. And then for crude oil, so from 755, we get this push nicely, looking for a pullback to this area, but we only get it to this point here. Only get this pullback here, and this was at 835, literally around the same time we're going in long right here. So it's not bad. You could have taken that long too if you wanted, risking 0.5 like I said, looking for 1, because there was more volume. This was more bullish than all of these. This didn't break yet. The range was still small. This broke and then retested. So if anything, maybe you just forget this whole long and then you take the crude oil long, and take around this point here you were taking the gold short. On around this point here, so around this candle here, you're taking gold short, and that's around the candle you would have been so taking profit on crude oil, and on this pullback, rejection, volume, you may have taken a long around this area on the ES, because maybe, or you could wait, and then when this volume comes in and it's basing out here, you could take the long around this area on ES, because now it's formed this base here, pulls back, you can take the long on this particular candle, that particular candle right there, risking 10, and you get a 20, right? That would have been traded. So this right here would have been traded on the ES, only trade on the ES. And then instead of taking this trade, because the range is still small, the reason why sometimes I force my trades, because I'm only trading the one thing. So now that I'm able to trade 4 things at once, at certain points you may be able to see better opportunities with a different commodity. And I choose only these 2 extra commodities, and these ones they're basically one commodity. So technically I'm really trading just 3. Technically I'm trading 3, but yes, it's 4. So getting long on this one. Prior candle wasn't the best, but it did have volume, and it came to this. So this was good enough. Plus this is a base here, so it was good enough to take the long here versus even taking it here. So and then taking long here. So long here, short here around this area. When price came to retest again, looked like on this particular candle. On this particular candle, either this candle or this candle, you're getting short. So this is a profit on this here, profit on this here, and then profit on this here. After that, this would have been the last trade. I don't see any other trade on the day on any of the commodities. So let's move on. And also, you can see I hid my lines on my drawings, because I want to just look at the chart itself. All right, so looking at chart itself, if we ignoring the price like this, ignoring the prior day even, because if we add the prior day, then we're like, oh, we're looking for price come to this area here, because this is where price really ran off from. Looking for price come to this area here, but again, my analysis will always be done on ES. On these other 2 commodities, I'd prefer to just trade the current day. To be very honest with you, I'd prefer to just trade the current day. So look at this, coming in at 7:30, at 7:55. There was no volume in this, and then boom, it just came from nowhere, literally from nowhere. Volume just came, and it never, there was no opportunity to go in any trades on gold. And for crude oil, there was this base that formed here, so there was an opportunity to go in short, risking 0.5 as always. So risking 0.5, looking for 1, right? So there's an opportunity in short in here. And for ES, so coming in at 7:55, or starting to trade at 755, we see there is no range yet. We don't have any range. Price is forming this base here. Let me see. No lines, but whatever. There may have been lines or not. Maybe not. Who knows? There is this base here for the ES. If you wanted to include price action from priority, so there's this base here. There's this base here, right? So based out here by this candle, lots of volume came in on the gold. I don't know why volume just came in on gold on this day, but maybe there was news or something. Yeah, maybe there was news because this is brand new candle, 12k volume. So maybe there was news, maybe there was news. And if I was going to go in long between either of these two, it would be on the ES, because you can see the NQ was going further down than the ES. ES was holding. And so after the volume came in on gold, see on this candle volume came in, the next candle was actually pretty was a doji on the ES. If you took 10 here, not a bad idea. Oh, 10 is what if you took 10? So 10 is actually, you need to take 20 looking for 40. 10 is pretty close. You need to take 20 looking for 40. But that's just for, that's assuming you want to play it as though this volume will spill over to the S&P, but that's not our trading style. So technically there was this base that formed here. We didn't get any pullback on the NQ. We're not trying to go long on the NQ. We're trying to go long on the ES. So there's a base formed here. We get a push up. NQ still, so we're still watching. No trades, no trades, no trades, and then volume comes to the short side here. This was weak volume, and then volume comes to the short side here. We could have taken the short here if we wanted. Oh, but we want to short on the NQ, right? So we would have taken a short on the NQ, risking 25, but I think it'll probably be more. Yeah, so we'll probably have to risk 50, right? Looking for 100. So that's what we take on the NQ. So on this day, you can literally just, by the time you check this, you know that immediately, you know that, okay, I can probably only trade the 20s, the MES and the MNQ on this day, because there was a lot of price was holding a lot of range. Basically there was a lot of range with price. And then on this day here, yeah, 10 is fine. 10 is more than okay. But here, oh shit, okay. Oof, that was close. But here, it couldn't even go below one candle's range was almost 10. Look at that. So it had to be 20 for sure on this one. So MES and MNQ is what you'll be trading on this day. So fives. And then the next, so for crude oil, we only got this trade short. For ES, we only got this trade short. So we got it getting short on crude oil here. We're getting short on ES here. We getting, I doubt we'll take the long, but assuming we may have taken it long here. And then at this point, when price pulls back to this base here, there was a long opportunity on the MES, because we were short on the, we're looking short on the, what's it called, on the NQ. But actually, as price started to come down towards that, base here, you could see the NQ actually seemed like it was starting to hold, starting to turn around. Seemed like you could have just taken the trade on the ES, the long on the ES if you wanted, on that blue candle, risking 20, looking for 40, whatever. And then you'll be looking to short around here. Again, you're gonna see how price interacts. So for the short, you'd want to take it on the NQ. So price looking good for a short actually. So you're probably taking the short here on the NQ, risking 20, risking 50, looking for 100, but then you get stopped out, right? And that's fine. And that is fine. You get stopped out, so you make 10% because if you took this long, then you're looking to short here. Ideally, really, you're looking short in this area here, so you are really waiting to see how price behaves at this base, because this base is what formed. Yeah, so would not look for this one, we'll wait for this one because this base was formed here. So yes, price rejecting, but you just hold it long. And then so when price comes and reaches this area, by that time when price comes and reaches this base, I guess you could take the short there at that candle if you want. It doesn't matter. 50 you still get stopped out anyways, but yeah. Yeah, I think just like today, just like today's base, this base was so there was a base, down here, but it was so that's why we're waiting for this candle. Yeah, check it on the NQ. We're waiting for this here because it's technically this the whole place was the whole area was almost like a base. So in that case, we'll have to wait for price to get there. And when price got there, it was bullish. So in this case, this place was the base. So in this case, we would have to wait for price to get here, because technically this whole thing is a base. So if we wait for price to get here, when price gets there, it was already bullish. So if the base is clear, clean and clear, precise, like this one here was very precise, but I didn't really like the base like that. So I'll still wait for price to get around here. And then this one here was more precise. This one here was very precise here. So it would have been, so because we're going long on the NQ, on the ES, so it'll be this base here. Actually, that base was more like an extension of this one. So we'll say this is the base here, and we'll wait for how price reacts. Price breaks the base, so we let it go. If you have this candle here, that did not reach the base yet, so price breaks the base on this candle. Wait, after the next candle, price breaks the base, so we let it go. If we took the long on this one here, risking 20, we still got a chance to get our break even after price broke the base, so it's still fine. All right, next day. No news. So coming at 7:55. No range on ES. 7:55 here. No range on what's it called? Gold. If there's no range on ES, it's likely no range on the NQ. So I'm not even gonna check. And then no range on. So nothing has range yet. And so 7:55, before you know it, 8. There's volume now. Price formed something here. This is okay. It's not the best. It's okay. Which one are we trying to take? Well, coming in here, you see, it looks like you're gonna go long on the NQ, but then after this high forms, it looks like you're gonna go long on the ES. So when it's pulled back, you see you wanna go long on the ES instead of the NQ. So we'll go long on the ES. If we took this long here, given that we pull back here, looking for a continuation, or it bounce back to this base, we would have to risk 10. Yeah, 10, and then likely get stopped out there. Not likely, we get stopped out there. But this candle, we'll see. Again, but looking on this particular day itself, it doesn't even look like there's range. There's a base that formed here. Why are we taking this trade from here? We should wait for a short up here. So we'll be looking for the short on the NQ because the ES is long. Right? So we're looking for the short on the NQ, and when we finally retest this area here, we get two candles. At that candle is where we take the short. We're taking the short, so we know that the ES is okay for 10, so on the NQ it should be okay for 25. Right, 25 is literally right above here. Probably have to take 50 then. If you're looking for 100. I want to but you can also see that price kind of formed a good base here. So on the pullback to this base, this was good break of the base too. So on the pullback to this base, how does price react? Is the question, right? I don't think I want to go in long still, because it looks like we're downtrend, lower high, right? But there's a base here. That's the only thing. That may be what confuses us. Thankfully, we get a quick break of the base on this candle, but these candles were like, what's really trying to happen? And if we got volume push up, we may have had to get out break even on our short. And if we took the long, then we make profit on our short and lose the long, which should be 1 arrow in total. And that will probably be our only trade on the day, because the only range is that short. So that formed this nice range, broke the low too. So we're looking for a short, and we got our short at this point for this candle on the NQ. Again, looking, let's see if we can find another trade. NQ was still short at this point. NQ was still short at this point. Yep, NQ remained short for up until this point. Up until this point, NQ remained short, because if you check right here, up until literally end of day, which it doesn't matter, but I can explain it. So if you check right here, you can see the distance that NQ went from this fall to this low. The NQ went less, so the ES went a lot more than the NQ. But for these prior ones, ES went a little bit down, good amount down, and NQ kind of went good amount down too. But if you look at this low itself, the candles, you could see at that point that the NQ was basing out. So ES was making lower lows, NQ did not make a lower low. So at that point was when we switched, I think it was at this point we switched. So at this point we switched, price went higher, NQ continued to go higher, ES was basing out up there, NQ was going higher. So NQ is now long and ES is now short. But we don't get any trades, so it doesn't matter. And as for crude oil, as for gold and crude oil, when this volume came in, there wasn't really any place to read, like compared to this other day here, where volume came in. No, the first day, I guess. What? Oh, I guess not this one. It's this one. Compared to this day on crude oil, where volume came in, but there was, you can see like it's obvious this kind of consolidation base versus this, which is just ugly. This which is just ugly. So I need to drink water, man. Water is kind of a couple of steps away. Versus this which is just ugly. So it's like, it doesn't look good. I'm just gonna put it that way. So that's that for, so would have waited for price to come down here. Price did form a base here. If we waited for price come down here, we could still take the trade here. It's not bad. Risking 5, so we get stopped out. That's it. So because this was a okay move price from the base, came back down here, gave us an okay long, but it breaks, right? So when it breaks this low here, it's 730 low. I guess we can even wait for price come, because this does not connect. So maybe we wait for price come here. So maybe we'll take it on this candle instead. So that would have been a better candle. If that was candle we took it in, then we don't lose trade. We break even on the trade. If we took it on what's it called, on another candle, oh, sorry, this candle, then we lose the trade. That's all it is. And so we'll be waiting for price to get up here for us to look for a short around up this area, and then we don't get that, we get just steady drop basically. We still have a ways to go. Get steady drop basically. And then on crude oil for the day, we had this base form up here. We have a retest, good rejection prior candle. That's a short right there. So on that short, we're risking 0.5, right? I'm looking for 1, which we get. Oh, we get it earlier. I thought it would be end of day, but we get it earlier here. We get it around here, so by then we're kind of done. There's no other trade that will come in on crude oil. This pop up here, this range was not enough. We need price to pop back here. This drop even was not down, because this drop was what was okay. So this drop is okay. So we need price to come back up around here for us to re-enter short. So this was a trade on crude oil 1. This was a trade on gold that would either have lost or won. So if this lost, then you are down 1 trade, up 1 trade. And then this was a trade on NQ. And this, if this won, then you are what's it called? If this one, then you are up another trade. So up 2 trades, down 1 trade. That's up a lot. Just thinking here. $25 is pretty close on this. Yeah, it'd have to be 20. But I'm trying to condition my trades to just take that freaking one mini. Just take that 1 mini. Because if I can condition the trades to be like that, then I'll be able to get around this stupid what's it called, restriction that they have for the max number of contracts. I really hate that restriction, but yeah. Alright, next thing. So obviously there's volume on 630 is news. So we'll wait for price to come. Here is fine for a short on this, but here is fine for a short. You want to see how price interacts here. On the way up here, you can see there's bullish price action, so we'll kind of let it go. there's really no point taking that short. So wait for price to get up here, and up there is. So we have this base down here, but we can take the short either on this candle or this candle. We don't break the high, do we? Barely break the high, so that's fine. So risking 0.5 on this one, always risking 0.5. If we took it down here, then we'd have lost our trade, and that's fine. So I mean here, so 0.5 would have been here. That's fine, but I don't think I'd have taken it based off of this price action. The trade on this day would have been here. So would I wait for price to get here? First of all here, then here. Even first here, but price formed the base and ran up, so there's that. This was the best one to trade on this day. Crude oil was the best to trade on the day. For this one, you can see by 7. You can see which one was going up the most. Let's see. So it looks like MES was going up the most. Like MES was going up high. Nope, NQ was. So by this high here, you can see NQ was going up high. So if one is going long off of this base, it would be NQ. And NQ doesn't break the base. But the base also, there was no break of structure on the inside of the base. So it's kind of ugly, but this count is fine. So we'll definitely take 50 on this one. We can't take 25. So it has to be 50. Looking for 100. So if we took this trade as 1 at 740, and then there was also this one here, because we kind of felt, well, price is really bullish. This dropped a lot, so we could get a bounce back up to this area. So I don't see why we're not taking the long on crude oil. Risking 0.5, 2, looking for 1, right? Or even looking for 2. Okay. But yeah. But given that crude oil fell a lot, I'll probably just take, I don't know, just always take my 2 hour and move on to that. To the next day. Just take my 2 hour and move on. At least for now, up until we no, I have 14 to trade. I can just take my 2 hour and move on, honestly. So I'll be out by here waiting for the next opportunity. So it was only crude oil that really, so crude oil gave us an opportunity down here, gave us an opportunity up here. But the one up here did not take profit though. Only for 1. We didn't, oh, it didn't break even, so that's good. We even got a pullback to this area here, which was nice. Ideally, we wanted a pullback here, but this is not a bad long too. Not a bad long here. 0.5, looking for 1. So this would have been break even. And then this would have been, oh, there wasn't really much here, I guess. Price retest this area and reject, volume rejection there. So yeah, only crude oil. So on a day like this now, there was only this trade. After that, there's nothing else we're doing on any of these charts. These charts, man. Nothing else. Alright. This is a good push, so wait for price come down here. So 755 at that time will be, well, what is going up the most? It looks like MES is long, so it looked like at this high here. And then we got a pullback. We didn't get an entry. That's fine. So we wait. We got to push all the way here. So now we've used this. Now we're looking for an entry around this area here. So I think this candle would have been the entry. Well, at this highs, which one is better? So it's NQ that's better. But NQ doesn't come down here. So when NQ does come down here, comes down to test this. And at the highs, NQ was better for was better for a long. So on a pullback, would have waiting for NQ, which we get here. So in that case, we'd need to take 50. So looking for 100. But we want to stick to taking 25. It's crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. So NQ is long, ES is short. Wait for price to get here. There wasn't any short opportunities. Keep watching. Hmm. And on this here, well, start from here, start from 740. Looking for our price interacts here. Rejects pretty nicely, so comes back up. A little bit of rejection, not much rejection here. This has more rejection, so could have taken the short here at this candle here. Wait, 730 is when? 730. Oh, so we're not using this. So this from here, from this point is where we're so get a push up. We're actually looking for a price to come to this area for a long. We get a, it's not a bad long here on this particular candle. Well, assuming we don't take it, we get another push up. No long here, maybe this, but it's iffy. And there was no range to the downside for us to go short. It was all bullish. Maybe this one, like I said, so 5 is the risk. So looking for 10. We get 10, but it was end of day, so we can't take that profit. And then for the crude oil, well, coming in on the day, we're waiting for price to come down here. So, oh no, not down here. So 730 is where. You know what? Let me adjust this session thing to literally start from 730 from now on. just realized something. I only need these three to start from 7:30. 1, 2, 3. This one can start from. This one can start from. What's it called? 6:30. Because some days we'll need to trade from 6:30, and this one should actually end at. Should end at. That's 3 ends, so it needs to end prior to that. So 1 hour prior to that. So 5. Let's end at 4. Yep, 155. That should be your last candle. Same thing on this one. It's end at 4. And this one is end at 4. Alright, only this one will go from 6:30 to. Even this one should end at 4. But we'll start at 6:30. Alright, so that's it there. So now we know, okay, we're starting from this point, 7:30. This is where we're looking at. So there's no range. We get range. Looking for price to come down this area. We're looking for that count to actually continue, but it didn't. It pushed up. Maybe we take this, maybe most likely not. But there's no short for sure. And then for this one, we start here. Start here. No range to the. So make range now. Get a push back down. Honestly, we're not taking it from here. We'll have to wait for it to come to this. So we may have taken it on this candle here. So it's me having a trade. I would have lost that trade 0.5. The 0.5 is our risk. This candle, however, comes to break though. This candle breaks the low, and this candle was bearish, so we'll probably get out on this other candle if we're attentive. So there's that. Other than that, there was really no trade. So there was this point here we're looking for a short, but it comes at 12.25 actually. Rejects nicely too, but even though you take the short, it doesn't give you anything. Doesn't give you anything. And then there was this volume here, and the volume just came from nowhere. So, but it's fine. So we're not in any trades here. Probably not in any trades. Maybe this one here, and then for this one, likely in this trade. Not likely in this trade. Just thinking how to, because all of the entries I've had, it's either we get stopped out or we literally don't. So thing is the MNQ, the MES was going down more than MNQ, so why not get on the MNQ? Why not get on EQ? So 25 is down here though. It's pretty small. It's really small. At this time though, so at this particular point, why not any trades here? At this point, probably not getting any trades here. So if we chose this one, then I'm getting one contract, and we get up to 7, close at 7 basically. But so maybe one contract here and then two MES here. So we'll have to divide and conquer. Oh, please. Maybe that's what would have happened. So maybe getting 2 contracts here because we are only taking 3 at that point, maybe. So 1, 3, 1, 2, and then hold that 2. We end up getting probably the whole thing here. So maybe you close here. So for 2 contracts we'll be looking for 5 we're looking for 100, for 2 we'll be looking for 200. So actually that's 2 right. So for 2 we'll be looking for like 250 or something like that. Whatever. That's fine. Next day here. So coming in on the day 7:30. No range. So range forms here. Range forms here. Rejecting a lot here. I wonder if red can. Yep, red was there. Nice. Just thinking here. Well, whatever. So come up here. Looking at the highs, it seems at this particular high, it seems like the ES was going up higher than the NQ. It seems like the ES was going higher than the NQ. Then here, so then here it changes. But no, it still seems like ES was going higher here because it broke this high. But it made a higher high on the ES on this candle here. Let's look at the lows of that because the highs are low. They are low. Hard to tell. I'm thinking ES is long, to be honest, because this high was pretty nice. We went really far. Yeah, I think ES is long. Again, even relative to prior highs, we went a lot higher than. Yeah, so I think ES is long, and so we're waiting for the ES to pull back to this point here. for the ES pullback to this point here, and so this would have been the entry on this candle there. For this one we can do 10. Yep, 10 is fine. So one minute looking for 20. Get that 20 there, and we'll leave a short. We'll leave a short on the NQ. This was not much of a move, so we would not want to take any shots here. We get a pullback on the ES again here. Not a bad entry there at this particular candle. Anticipating the move up 10, looking for 20 again. Oh, at this point, the NQ is now the one that is, because the NQ broke the highest ES couldn't, and ES went. So we got in long on ES here, so we'll be going long on the NQ here. But it looks better on the ES though. Oh, but this high was already higher anyway, so I'd say the ES is still long, to be honest, because we still, yeah, I'd say the ES is still long. Relative on the day. If we had broken this high and the NQ was still going higher, then we would argue that. But look at here, and ES was going higher. So let's look at the lows. It's about the same. So we didn't change on the lows, so it's fine. We're still gonna be the same on the high there, up until it breaks this high. And even up until it broke this low, we shouldn't have even looked at the lows like that. But yeah. Yeah, you can see this low here, which is this low here, right? And NQ was really broke it. So NQ is short and ES is long. So this would have been the entry here. And then for gold, we had this base form here. Price came, rejected nicely. Could have taken a trade here at that particular rejection. Risking 5 out of 5, looking for 10. Probably get less or nothing. And then for crude oil, we had this base form here. Likely to take this trade, honestly. So price moved up. We had this base form here. Push wasn't the best, but it was clean. It was very clean. And we get a pullback. The trade on this candle, I would likely taken that trade there and lost it. Taking that trade is 0.5 and we'll lose that trade. And that's fine. There will be losses. So let's say we lose the trade. This would have been at this time here. It would have been before, it would have been the first trade we took. I would have lost it. But then right after we'll be taking this trade long on the ES and long on gold. So that would have been nice. Long on gold, long on the ES. One both, but one is 2 hour, the other is 1.5 or 1.6. And obviously crude oil had some kind of volume to the downside there. There was no other entry on crude oil. And there was no other entry on gold, and there was only one more entry on ES, forced entry. And if we are taking that entry too, that would mean TP hit. So now after we've broken these highs here, this high here, after we've broken these highs, this candle, we can now say, okay, at this point, NQ is now going up higher than the ES. So NQ is now long and ES is short at that high there when we're pulling back. So we'll be waiting for price to pull back to this area here, and then we're looking to get in long again. Oh, this move is not that much. For this one, we expected price. This was the move, right? So we expected price to find something in here. That's why we're willing to take this trade here. move is like 3 candles. This move is it's 3 4 candles, but you can see the length of the move versus this one is very small. This one is also pretty nice. Same thing here, pretty nice, pretty nice. It's okay. It's not good. The nice pullback to this area here, going long. Or you get that pullback. So trade, moving on. Alright, on this day here, 6:30 we got volume, but I don't think the volume continued. So trading starts from 6:30. There was news, so we'll be using this data here. So for the crude oil, we're waiting for price to come up here to get in short around this area. But price doesn't come up there for crude. Oh, it does on 11:40. Damn. But it doesn't give an entry opportunity, just immediately comes back down. That's not what we want. And then that's for gold. For crude oil, there wasn't much volume change from 6:30, but whatever. Trading still starts at 6:30, and price pushes up. Not much range. Volume there. That's good. Base formed here. No entry. It's just going up. And at this point, at 11:10, everything was falling. Seems everything fell here. Things fell here. So for ES, we're waiting for price to come down to this area. Right? We're waiting for price to come down to this area. Which one are we taking long? It would likely be the NQ. I think it's the NQ. That's still related to this high. Yep. So it'll be the NQ. Waiting for price to get to this area. Price gets to this area at this candle. So finally gets here at this candle. Skin 50. Give 100. Or risking 25. Looking for 50. Which is it going to be? Well, at that point, you can see price clearly downtrending. Lower highs. Clearly downtrending. And want to take short on the ES. So you may have even gotten an opportunity here, maybe here. Because price clearly downtrending formed this base, kind of a base. Beautiful rejections here. And then, so expecting price come down here anyway. So that makes this an even better entry right here at this candle. So we're risking 20, looking for 40. Is the idea, but it would have been better if we got it on this candle, to be honest, this particular candle. So right there, again, still 20, looking for 40. Yes, would have gotten 40, and at least would have not broken even after this move down. Because that's when we put it as break even, and we would have gotten stopped out. We would have gotten long on the NQ, and then after this move, put it as break even. Trade as price sides go down on the ES, starts to come up on gold. It's crazy. But there was no entry on crude oil. Not at all. I guess here barely for this base, but barely, like I said. Barely. It was a clean base though. Very clean base. Price comes to retest it here. Good rejection. Pretty good rejection. Risking 0.5. Interesting. But yeah. Well, the trades and the entries I've seen, all of it, we don't get stopped out on the. I mean, I like risking safely, but we're pretty fine if we still get in. Risking just the 25. If we lose both. If we win both. What if we reach 25 and start taking 4 hour every time? That's not a bad idea, is it? thinking here. Yeah, so it's only 10. Has to be 10. Can't be more than 10. Because we only have range of 20 anyways. We know we could get here, but I don't know we also have range of 20. This one. Five, which is right under this wick. If he broke, we could get 100. So 50 was just about here. I just consolidating, pushes back down to the base here. Base from up. Hmm. There's a little bit of volume here. That's 630. So maybe we start trading at 630. No range, no range, no range. Price finally forms range. Forms a base up here. Pulls back to the base with rejection. That's the short there. Question is which one are we using? This base kind of ugly, but it's a lot of wicks there. And if you look at this low here. Oh wait, this is 730. But it doesn't matter, we started from here, right? So look at this low, which is this one here. Price was going down more on the NQ, so we look to get short on the NQ. So having this candle here, short, looking for 25, looking for 50, done. And then looking for a long, so look to take long on ES, but there's no real place for us to take long off of yet. So still watching for a short on the NQ. Already used here, so next point to use would be ideally this area. But let's look at these lows. Yeah, it seems we're still long on ES only. So still short on NQ. Next place is around this highs here, because this is 630 here. So actually next place around here, this high here. Since 630 is here. So this is the base, so one is this top here. So we get in this next trade there, looking for 50, we get our 50 down there. That'll be the end of that trade. Base forms, but it doesn't give any much push to the downside after this base forms here. Very close base. That's it on the ES. And then here. And for this, we have price, lots of buyers here, base from here. We get a push up, base from here, we get a push back down. Actually, we since it's from 6:30, we do have these highs here for a short. So getting in short here was not a bad idea, but there is a base there, so maybe after this candle only. But there's not much volume to that candle too, so maybe just leave the short alone and wait for a long. We don't get a long opportunity here, so there will be no trade unless we force this trade. And if we do, then well, because yes, it's downtrend and whatnot, so it's not that that's the premise for the trade. But if we're taking this trade here, risking 5, we don't even get 10. It's hard to get 10 on this shit. It's crazy. But at least we're fine taking one contract on that. And then on crude oil here, same thing, 630 is up here. So there's this base here. So by the time we come in on the day, we'll be waiting for price to get back up to this base area. No range, then form a good push here. So we're looking for price come back here, right? So the price comes back here. Good rejection on this candle, but not what we want to see. Good rejection here. Because price forming a base here, but not the best of bases. So maybe we take it at the blue candle instead, risking 0.5, right? And then we see this candle, we're happy, and then price forms this candle. That's not good, so we'd have to get our break even on the next candle. It's what it would have been, and that would have been the end of the trade. Or we take this loss. So this would have been a loss here, this would have been profit here, so that's profits. And then if we took this, another profit, but there's no trade on the ES. Next day. (10:52 p.m. Ghana). Maybe to be our last. We'll put a this thing here. What? Why is Alt V not working? Right, my keyboard is working. A lot of things are happening here. I'm confused now. It was our last trade. It was this day. Right. Alt V is not working. Alt H is not working. Oh my god! I think I've put in so many Alt V's. Look at that. delete. Holy shit. Because I hit joins. Holy shit. Alright, so we'll leave this Alt V here just to remember where we stopped. Alright, so this is the day we're trading here. We just did this last day. So now, coming here on this day again. Same around, we're coming into 7:55 because there's no volume on, there's no news on this at 6:30. So coming 7:55. 7:55 is down here. No range on this. No range on this. Price breaks, forms a base here, but no range. Could force the entry here at this particular candle, but that'll be a forced trade. No, so this one does push up here. We are taking longs on the NQ because you can see it's making higher lows and making equal lows. So obviously the NQ is pushing higher. So we get that push. We're taking longs on the NQ, so around here. So when price came down here after this candle, maybe after this candle, one of these two candles was a good time taking long from. So that would have been one. So risking 25. Took it on this candle, 25 is down there. If we took it on this candle, we don't get stopped at regardless. So we get our 50. After that trade, there is no other trades. There's this base that forms here. Doesn't come to retest this base until end of day, which we will not be taking that trade anymore. But yeah, that's about it. So on gold, no range, no range. So waiting for price come back here for a short. Just come back here, found the base below. No opportunity to really go in short. This candle doesn't have the most rejection, so no real rejection. So we just no trade here. No trade on gold on this day. Probably no trade here. If we took this one, then we made profit. If we didn't, then no trade here because there's nothing else. And then on this one, there was only trade here, and that's about it for the longs. We're getting short on this, but by the time price came here, there was no rejection. So it was a nice run. I wonder what the drawings look like. Run straight to the red line. And all of this would not be using past days too, because past day here we had this run from here. We came and we got a nice run, small run from here. This past day we're short on, so we're long on the ES, right? So we're taking it long on the ES, and we're short on the NQ. So the long would have been on the ES. We wanted to take it. Probably a little black candle looking for 20. We do get 20 in there. But yeah, ideally we'll put a line here. So we put it on line. So the line probably be here, right? So this is where we should even be taking our long from. Oh, so it's here. So we do get the line right there. We do break, but we don't break the low. This is actually kind of perfect. The black candle is kind of perfect for the entry. And let's see. On this day here, there was this drop already broke past that one. Don't care about that. On this day here, prior day. What was on the prior day? Maybe this base. Can I not just be lazy with my trade and not just have a blank chart? A blank chart, red lines, POC. What's this? 4,000 twice. 3984 twice. All right, that's it, man.